Plaintiff Earl Wirtz says he met the defendant when they both worked with special needs adults and children, and they became good friends. Earl claims he gave the defendant several loans to help her out, but she failed to repay him, so he's suing. Defendant Kimberly Van Wert says for the past 3 months, Earl has been harassing her to have a threesome with him and his best friend, and Earl also offered to give her $2,000 a month if she married him. Kimberly's countersuing for the harassment.
Start with you.
Yes, Your Honor. I've known Miss Kimberly for over 14 years. I met her during the type of work I was doing. We were both working with special needs adults and children.
Okay, you all got along, obviously.
Yes, we got along very well.
Mm-hmm.
I left the corporation that I was working for, and I hadn't seen Miss Kimberly for 5 or 6 years.
When did you resume your friendship?
Oh, well, I came back and she came back to me probably in 2017.
Okay. All right. Ma'am, let me hear from you.
Hi, Your Honor. I've known Earl for about 14 years. But for the past 3 months, he has been harassing me in lieu of sexual relations with him and his friend, his best friend.
For all these years, he has never approached you about that?
Oh, he has. Not as serious as this past 3 months.
Okay.
Defendant Kimberly Van Wert was friends with the plaintiff, but she claims he's been harassing her to have a threesome with him and his best friend.
Got it. Just hinting around playfully.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we live in the same apartment.
He asked you to be with him and his
best
lady
friend. Best friend, his
you
best
wanted
guy
a threesome,
friend.
sir? I guess every man has that fantasy. Had 2 women at the same time. That's a fantasy.
Him and a guy.
Yeah,
a lot of men. Huh?
He's called me.
Him and how you know it's a guy?
She just said that.
A guy? Go ahead.
He's been harassing me late at night, around 11, midnight. I have call logs here. And he's also said if I marry him on paper that he would pay me $2,000 a month. He wants to see me succeed in life. And he's done this when we met at this job 14 years ago. He has also done this to a colleague I know, and I have a witness statement from her as well.
Let me see it, but that's, we'll see how relevant that is to the lawsuit in terms of the monies, unless he paid you that $2,000 and you didn't marry him. Sir, why don't you tell me about what
yes,
she's
Your Honor.
referring to and then the lawsuit.
Your Honor, when she came and knocked on my door in 2017, I've done nothing but assist this lady for financial assistance to help her get her occupational therapist. I guess it's not a degree, it's probably a certificate, so she can take care of what she likes to do.
The monies was never for education,
Okay.
Your Honor.
And tell me about the monies.
Over the past 2 years, Your Honor, not only did I assist her with financial, I also used to bring her to her doctors that she needed to go to because she is contracted STD. And she was...
How do you know that?
That is a lie.
Well, I brought her to her doctors and she told me she had no way of getting into Boston
She
City.
told you it was for an
Yes,
STD?
she has STD. And
And you're still coming for it?
Your Honor, this young...
You wasn't going to tell your man?
What kind of friend is that?
Yeah, what kind of friend are you?
Yeah. Your Honor, there was no reason for me to dislike her because she had choice of her ways of life. I was her friend and I was assisting her through life. She not only asked me for my assistance, she got assistance from her mom and dad. She got assistance from her softball team.
Tell me
never
about
paid
the money.
anybody back.
Tell me about the money you're suing her
Yes,
for.
I have.
The money that I'm suing for is the $2,530.
No, you're suing
Because-
for $1,026.
Yeah, that's what I'm suing for. But the total was at the time.
Okay.
I had her sign a promissory note that I would help her. Other than that, I wasn't going to continue being able to help her. She signed the promissory note. And based on the fact that I'm her friend, I told her at first, I'm sorry, I I just cannot give you another $600. But I thought about it for a little while longer because she was very distraught about it. I said, I'll tell you what I'll do, Kimberly, for you. I know you need the money. I will give you that $600 if you sign the promissory note for the debt you already owe me, and I'll add that to it, and I'll break it down into 9 payments for you to make it easy, because she's on a
I have
disability
been
check.
paying him, Your Honor.
Your Honor, she makes more money than I do. I'm a senior citizen.
How old are you?
I'm 77, Your
You
Honor.
look good for 77.
Thank you, sir. And I broke
be
it
a little
down.
senile for giving her that money.
I broke it down with.
But other than that, you look good.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't hear what you said.
No.
Never mind.
So,
Your faculties are very much in shape, obviously, to anybody who's listening to you, they are. So I was
Yeah.
kidding around. I say you might be a little senile after giving her all that money. I was kidding.
Right.
Ma'am, you are,
Yeah,
first of all,
that-
ma'am, listen to me first.
Sorry.
First of all, this agreement you signed, was that before or after he hit on you?
After.
Okay, so after he was hitting on you, you received his money and you signed an agreement.
Yeah. Well, he was hitting on me the whole duration. And I approached him in trust that I approached him. I said, I will do a promissory note with you. I'm the one that approached him about it.
Okay.
And I said, if you can give me this $600, it would really help me out. And so I approached him. We
Good to see
did a
it.
promissory note. And I have my bank statements. I was paying him back all along, Your Honor. I had every intention. But once he started harassing me more and more these past 3 months, he's been calling me late hours of the night. I have the call logs
That's your
here.
counterclaim for harassment? Let's
that
see.
is
Yeah.
totally untrue, sir.
What are you saying?
It's totally untrue. I
Well,
don't
she
fall.
said she's about to show me phone records.
I'm a senior citizen.
How old are you?
I'm 77, Your
You
Honor.
look good for 77.
Thank you, sir. And I
Might
broke
be
it
a little
down.
senile
I
for
broke it
giving her
down.
that money.
I broke it down with.
But other than that, you look good.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't hear what you said.
No.
Never mind.
No.
Defendant Kimberly Van Wert was friends with the plaintiff, but she claims he's been harassing her to have a threesome with him and his best friend.
Obviously, she's paid everything short of $1,000. This is for $2,530.
Yes,
And
Your
so
Honor.
she's paid everything
Yeah,
short
she
of
actually made-
$1,026.
Yes, Your Honor. She made
And
actually
when
4
you've
payments.
asked for your money in recent times, what has she said?
Oh, she always gonna promise me my money, and I never gave
When
up.
was the last promise?
The last promise was the $600.
She promised to pay you all of the
That's
money.
when
Ma'am,
that's when I
what's
got
your
her to sign
defense
the promissory
today?
note.
It's
That-
just that he hit on you. That's your defense.
And that the last time I approached, I didn't approach him for a while because he kept making me feel uncomfortable. When he was referring back to he hasn't heard from me in 5 years, I was carrying on with my life. And I approached him in January 16th of 2019 to,
Ma'am, what is your defense to not paying what you have written down that you
the
owe him?
harassment.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you want to not pay the bill, which is $1,000 for harassment, and then you want in your counterclaim another $1,000.
Yes.
Okay.
He has been emotionally
And you have
harassing me.
proof that he was sexually harassing you.
My
Since you
call
want
log-
$2,000. No, call log doesn't equal sexual harassment. Do you have anything proving this sexual harassment?
I have this text message
Saying what?
that I wrote to him, but there was,
That you wrote to him saying
yeah,
what?
that he was making me feel very
You
uncomfortable.
making me feel some sort of way and don't like it, I'll give you the money I owe you. Whatever he said, you said, I'm going to give you the money I owe you. So let's do that. Judgment for the plaintiff, and your claim is dismissed.
I really apologize that we had to come to this level at a friendship we've known for so long. I just had to handle this because I did it not only for my financial gain to come back to me, but I did it so that she will try to understand that you just can't do this to people. You make a promise, you got to try to stick with it.
Yeah, I did make a promise to him, but it got to a point where he crossed the line with harassment and everything. But hard lesson learned, and God knows the truth at the end of the day, and he did harass me.